Hey guys, Stefan Aarnio here. Now, I got some people asking me, what are the first 3 to 5 steps on flipping houses? Now, that's kind of a tough question because first 3 to 5 steps on flipping houses, there's a lot of parts, there's a lot of steps. But let me say this, I think step number one, if you're looking at a video like this, if you want to, be educated and learn, I think it's best if you got a coach or a mentor or somebody to show you the steps. Now, I happen to sell coaching. I have lots of coaching students, and I'm not saying come buy coaching for me or anybody else. I'm just saying, you know what? I've flipped houses on my own without training and a coach, and I wasn't very good at it. When I hired a coach, I started to get very, very good at it, and a national award winning, lots of deals, lots of money, internationally recognized for flipping houses. So the first thing is you got to get educated. Maybe you're going to start with a book, maybe you're going to start with a course, maybe you're going to start with, I think a coach is the best. Good coaches aren't cheap, but you got to spend some money to make money. Now, let's say you got a bit of education, you're smart enough. The next step after that is we need to go get you a deal. So flipping houses is a deal-driven business. And how that works, how deal-driven businesses work is if you got a deal, everything is gonna work. If you got a great deal, if you got a deal at 40 to 60 cents on the dollar, that is how this thing works. So you gotta start getting some leads, you gotta start making some offers. Something I recommend people do is make at least 50 calls and 10 offers a week. Now you might say, oh my God, 50 calls. Well, dude, 50 calls isn't very much. So you gotta start making some calls, making some offers. I recommend, if you're serious, you should be making 10 offers a week. If you're making 10 offers a week, that's good. Now you might listen to me and go, oh, I don't think I can do that. Well, that's why you have a coach, you have some training to learn how to fire out mass offers, you learn how to make the calls, the scripts, what to say, all those things. So start making some offers. Real estate, flipping houses, is an offers-based business. So it's deal-based, it's offers-based. So let's say you start firing out some offers. Now the next part is, let's say you get somebody counters you, somebody's interested, someone's motivated. The next step after that is you need to go in there and start negotiating the deal. So you start negotiating the deal, you get in there, you get in the house, you do the budget, you start looking around. Now you do the budget, maybe you come to a price. Now flipping houses, the only way you make money in flipping houses is you need to buy at 40 to 60 cents on the dollar. So you must buy at 40 to 60 cents on the dollar. If you're not buying in that range, chances are you're not making money. So 40 to 60 cents on the dollar, and then you want to fix it to like 70, 65, 70, 75 cents is the cutoff. Don't go past 75 cents on the dollar, the buy and the fix, because if you go past that, you're not going to be making money. Some people go to 80 cents on a flip. I think it's too risky, too dangerous, don't do it. So let's say you got a contract, you now got the contract, you got the leads, you got a deal. Next step is you got to get 3 contractors to verify your quotes. Make sure that your budget's on. If your budget's not on, you got to drop the deal. It's not going to be any good for you. Let's say the contractors' quotes come back, life is good. Next thing you got to do is start lining up your money. Now, I flip houses with none of my own money. I flip tons and tons and tons of houses all the time with none of my own money. Last week, my team got 3 deals under contract. Every single one will be a no money down deal. So now you have to go get finance. You got to get somebody to invest in your deals. Now you might get a hard money lender. You might get a private investor. I train people on how to get their deals financed, how to raise money. A lot of my students raise at least $1 million in the year. So, lots of different ways to get financed in real estate, but this is, again, it comes back to education. A lot of these things, I'm telling you about the contractors, the budgets, the buying, the negotiating, all these parts are a separate study and a separate part of the business. So, if you're not educated, if you're not smart, chances are you're going to screw it up at some point and you might lose money. So let's say you get your financing together. So you got your deal, you got your contracting team, you got your financing. Now you're ready to close. You're going to take the deal in with your lawyer, you close it. Now you get the contracting team in there right away. That's key. Time is money. Time is more important than money in flipping. If you go past 6 months on a flip, you're not making money. So you want that thing done in 3-4 months if you're good. 6 is acceptable. If you go to like 8, 9 months, the carrying is going to kill you. The over budget's going to kill you. So you get the guys in there. Now, most renos, let's say you have a $40,000 budget on like a 1,000 square foot home, maybe it's 1,200 square feet. That's a magic number. You want to have a $40,000 budget or less. The reason why I say 40 grand, that's going to get you a kitchen, bath, flooring, paint. It's going to get you a really nice product, easy product. And if you start getting into bigger budgets like 80 grand, 100 grand, 120,000, 150,000, some big crazy budgets aren't pretty good, too risky. So you want to get your reno done in a couple weeks. 8 weeks is a good time frame for a $40,000 budget. Most guys can only do 5 grand a week on a contracting crew. Then you go list the property with an agent. Some people try to sell it themselves. I think that's, if you're doing one house, maybe you can do that. If you're doing 6 or 12 or 18 or 20 or 30, you can't do that. So, list your deal with an agent. Typically, you're going to get a better price anyway. So list it. And then the next move after you got it listed, you got to wait for it to sell. You got to negotiate. All said and done, flipping a house should take you about 6 months to get paid. Then you take your money. Now you should be netting on a deal. If you do it right, you should be netting somewhere between 8 and 15 points on the sale price. So let's say it's a $200,000 home, you make 10 points, 20 grand on a $200,000 home. It's a good deal. Let's say you're netting 15 points. That's a $30,000 deal. That's a good deal too. So that's the entire steps right there, guys, on how to flip a house. Now, if you feel overwhelmed by some of the stuff I'm saying, or if you feel like, oh man, that's too many things, you got to get educated and you got to start learning all these pieces, all the scripts, what to say, what not to say, the nuts and the bolts, all these things. And the thing that made me successful is getting a coach. So if you want to talk about that, you can put a comment under this or send me a message, whatever. My number's online. You can call the office, send an email, whatever. Real estate's a serious business. You got to take it seriously. So if that's something you want to do to help you with all these steps, go do that, because I don't know if just watching a YouTube video is going to make it for you. I'm Stefan Aarnio. Respect the grind. Like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next video.